Today I'm in the small hamlet of Cadbury in the centre of the county of Devon, and this is the little parish church of Cadbury. There are a couple of larger table type tombs, but unfortunately the inscriptions are not easy to read. This is such a quiet and rural spot. We are fortunate in that the church is open. You're seeing a screen in front of the main doors to stop birds getting into the church. So let's go inside and have a look at the inside of this chapel. This is the interior of the church. Quite simple. In the panels each side here we have the Ten Commandments. This memorial plaque is quite faded, but at the bottom you can see the surname Fursden, Harriet Fursden. Another here, again very faded, but I can see George Sydenham Fursden of Fursden. This one to Charles Hale, and further down his wife Anne Hale. Again the writing on the marble is fading. And this one here is quite impossible to read. There is a brass plaque on the wall here to the men who gave their lives in the First World War. The light, unfortunately, is not allowing me to show you a good picture, but there are 8 names on here from this tiny hamlet. The churchyard has deliberately been allowed to grow the grass long and lots of wildflowers amongst it. It's been preserved as a nature reserve. Many of the memorial stones, gravestones, are difficult to read. Here's one to Anne Pope. She died in 1857, aged 18 days. And then underneath that we have Elizabeth Pope, died in 1868. This is Hannah Holland, died in 1870. Can't quite make that out, but she lived to the great age of 82 years. This one's in a different type of stone, and the inscription has lasted a lot better. This is William Curwood, 1907, aged 81 years, and Mary, his wife, beneath, aged 69. Jane Pincombe of Cadbury, 1878. This stands out because the memorial is in a polished marble, and this is Henry Whidden, 1825 to 1893, and then his wife Frances, who died in 1921. Charlotte Mary, the loving wife of George Henry Fursden of Fursden in Devon. She died 1935. We have a wonderful Devon name on this one, Mary Brimblecombe, 1908, aged 77. And there are 2 more Brimblecombes here. The one on the left is Richard Brimblecombe, 1897. In amongst the trees here are 4 memorials with a very distinctive design. There are 2 there. I can't get the inscriptions from those, but if we pan to the right here, there are 2 more, and the front one is the surname Fursden again. Everywhere I look around here, the surname is Fursden. This one is George E.S. Fursden, 1936. This is a recent stone to Major General Francis William Edward Fursden, CB, MBE, soldier and writer, 1925 to 2007. A pair of stones here. On the left we've got the unusual first name of Petronell, daughter of Edward Sydenham Fursden and wife of John Herbert Upton, born at Posbury House, Crediton, which is the nearest town to where we are now. And on the right hand side we've got John Herbert Upton, late of Ingmere Hall, Yorkshire, son of Clement Upton Cotterell Dormer. Well, there's a name to conjure with. Up towards the gate to the churchyard is an area where there's some newer graves. So this churchyard is still being used for the inhabitants of this very small hamlet. Elizabeth Virginia T. Smith, wife of J.B. Smith, died in 1907, aged 76. This is just a picture-perfect country Devon churchyard. Mary Ann Vickery, June the 2nd, 1851, aged 35 years. Alice Sarah, wife of W.B. Kemp, late of Colebrook, 1929. Robert Pierce Leach, died 1885. Then we got Frederick William Leach, aged 8. Ambrose Leach, aged 7 months, children of the above. And then beneath that, Elizabeth Buckingham. Well, I've walked through the church and the graveyard. There's nothing outstandingly memorable here. It's just a very good example of a Devon country church and churchyard. The church has stood here for hundreds of years, and the graves are all of the local people that have lived here for many, many generations. If you want to come and find a typical Devon country church, then this will be a good example. Till the next time.